This is absolutely brilliant. So, the Transform initiative, how did it help doctors? Like, what kind of support did Transform give you? And how did it impact things like growth, resources, even the opportunities that you're able to access?
Transform was really different from the get-go. What I loved about Transform is that it was through the lens of learning. So it was really about learning and helping us try out things in R&D, and really we focused on learning, and it was through the approach and through the spirit of partnership. So we worked with Transform on two different occasions, 2 different years. And the first time, what we wanted to do is we wanted to work in rural communities. Our partner Unilever Pakistan, we were already working with them, and what we found was that Unilever already had access in rural areas. They had teams that would go out every day. There were 40 teams that would go out every day, and there were 13 to 15 person teams, and they would go out and they would set up camp in a different village every day. So there were 40 teams across Pakistan that did this daily. And they were conducting sales activities. They would engage the schools and local communities, and they would go door to door and they would tell communities about different products. And then those communities could access and purchase those products and learn more about those products. What we ended up doing is the first time in Transform is augmenting and adding healthcare professionals onto those teams. So now, when those teams would go out daily, there were field health workers who were trained and equipped and deployed by us, and they would set up a smart clinic camp every day in these communities. We really were able to build and test and try different models through this approach. And I don't think that would have been possible with other partners. Transform really was interested in looking at the learnings and helping us iterate. And even within the project, we were able to do that. And that really allowed us to come up with a model that works and something that we're now looking at, we're scaling up.
I'm picking up on that. Now, if we think about the value of initiatives like Transform, why is it's so difficult for so many social entrepreneurs? Because many of them don't survive and they're not able to evolve in the way that you've been able to. So when you have initiatives like this, why is it so important to reach out for support?
There's a lot of great work that happens, but we work in silos. One organization might have already addressed a need, and then because we're not speaking about it, because the broader ecosystem doesn't know about it, another company is probably trying out something very similar. And so I think the power of the network is really what matters. And I think the more that we can collaborate, the more that we can share our stories, it allows us to learn from each other. It also allows us to replicate and to scale. And so, for example, if I'm looking to scale something in Bangladesh right now or India, I've actually been able to connect with entrepreneurs that I've met through my networks, including Transform. And we're having those discussions now. How can we take what we've done and how can we take what you're doing and, maybe create some synergy together on that? So I think it's really important to be able to have these networks. Transform now has the Transform Hub, and they have so many partners that have come in.